Thank you, and to the director, thank you very much for taking time for being here today. I know you wear a couple of different hats in your particular position. I appreciate all your hard work and efforts. As you know, Director, there's things you and I agree on, a lot of things that you and I agree on. There are some things that we do disagree on, and I'd probably like to touch on both of those if you don't mind.
You're not going to talk about Yucca, are you?
You read my mind. You read my mind. But I do want to begin by applauding your efforts to cut the waste out of CFPB and your efforts in that behalf. For a state like Nevada that has grown as quickly as it has, and the financial institutions that are now finally starting to expand after new banking rules, it has this accountability and transparency. The CFPB is, I believe, long-term going to have a very positive effect on my state. So that's where we agree. Let's talk for a minute, put your other hat on as the budget director, and talk a little bit about the issue that you brought up. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that Yucca Mountain's an unsafe, ill-conceived proposal?
My immediate reaction to that is no. The more educated answer is probably to say all I asked for in the budget was a continuation to the certification process so that we could answer that question as best as we can.
Do you know how long this certification process has been going on?
All I know is that, and I'm almost taking off my OMB hat and I'm putting on my old U.S. House of Representatives hat, that the folks in my state have been paying for it for about 40 years.
Yeah, at least 30 or 40 years. In 2017, as the budget director, you put in the application process money. I can't remember, $120, $130 million.
Sounds about right, yes, sir.
And I took it out.
Yes, you did.
Then you put it in 18.
Yes, I did.
And I took it out.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to put it back in 19?
I have. We obviously haven't started the 2019 budget, Mr. Senator. I look forward to working with you on it. I don't know if I've had my mind changed about it yet, but I know that you haven't changed yours either.
If you do, I will take it out. All right? I'll give you a heads up.
And that's how it works.
All
and
right.
That's
all right. You've said yourself that the reason that the proposal is in there to restart the licensing activity is yours and your decision alone. I think you've been quoted as saying that. Is that accurate?
My decision alone, no. I remember meeting with Secretary Perry on this a couple of different times, so I don't know if that's an accurate representation.
Okay. Over the past 30 years, the federal government has wasted billions of dollars on this proposal. According to the official DOE cost estimates, in 2008, close to $15 billion has already been spent on the project before it was suspended. Another $82 billion would be needed to license, construct, operate the repository through closure for a total cost of approximately $97 billion. Now that was in 2008 dollars. I would guess that if recalculated, those amounts would be probably 15 to 20% higher. Would you disagree with that?
I would certainly be higher. I don't know if I could do the net present value or time value money analysis right now, but yeah, they're going to be higher.
Knowing that Yucca has not and will not ever see the light of day, do you think it's fiscally responsible to continue to seek hundreds of millions of dollars for this unsafe and ill-conceived proposal?
Senator, let me see if we can agree on something, which is, you know what's driving it, which is that we have nuclear power plants all over the country, including in my home state, that are filled to the brim with the waste, and we promised those folks that if they paid a tax over the course of the last several decades, we would put it someplace. So maybe we could work together on finding, if Yucca is not the answer, let's work together on finding an answer, because the temporary fix we have now is fraught with risk.
Are you familiar with a proposal in Texas for a repository for this purpose?
Yeah, the West Texas something. I remember a little bit about that from when I was in the House.
Senator Cornyn has spoken of this, and I would urge that you have a conversation with him and the desire of Texas to actually take this waste. Are you also familiar with a proposal in New Mexico to do the same thing?
Again, generally, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I am open-minded to other resolutions. I'm not trying to beat up on Nevada. I'm trying to figure out a way to put this stuff someplace safe.
Well, we feel like we're being beat up on, just
fair enough,
so that you know.
Yep.
And you talk about your constituents, those who have paid utility bills and have actually had to fund this for 3 or 4 decades. You know that the amount of money that's in that account right now would not cover even in current dollars, the $97 billion it would take to open this thing up through fruition?
I think that's accurate, yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I've run out of time, but I do want to thank, again, the Director for taking time for being here, listening to my questions and concerns. And let me just reiterate, if that proposal is back in there in 19, I'm going to do everything I can to reverse those funds and get them back out.
I hear you, Senator. Thank you very much.
Thank you.